Hey guys, welcome to the Slowpoke. Well, if you're after anything to do with the Pokemon TCG, make sure to check out JGC Collectibles. They have all singles, including all the new Sword and Shield stuff, ready, available to go, all in stock, and sealed product also. If you are interested, make sure to use discount code Slowpoke5 for 5% off.
Mhm.
But we mentioned a little bit before we started recording. I want to try and pick your brains because since, like I said, the last sort of big videos we've been doing on the channel was with Joe. We was doing a tier list. Now, back then,
Sure.
I wasn't even aware that Mill was a potential deck out of Sword and
Right.
Shield, and I always knew there'd be like some people who would like die hard. But apparently, it's really good, and I have no idea how and why. So, talk to me about how this sort of Mill archetype has come about and how it sort of plays, because I literally have no clue.
Sure. So, for me, I had heard of it a couple of weeks ago, maybe like two and a half, like in my early testing. It was brought up in my group chat. We kind of entertained the idea. The list changed a lot from the initial list that was created, or like the ones that are found online. Um, Basically, it was every build deck, or like stall deck of variant. You have to kind of figure out your tech cards.
Yeah.
So that was like the biggest thing, figuring out is Pidgey better, is Chinchino better, is the Marie package better, is the Macargo package better. Like, there's so many ways to play this deck. The end game of the deck is to use the Pokédoll to stall long enough until you can just go like Surge, double Bryson pretty much every turn. Mill, there's like 6 cards, and then eventually go with the Mewtwo Macargo package. And there's not really much decks can do to stop it if they are not prepared to deal with it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it is getting so much hype, and the fact that people understand that it is a good deck, I personally respect it as a deck, and I am going to respect it for this event. I don't think I will play it because it is one of those decks that requires a lot of micro decisions that
Yeah.
a single mistake could cost you, and I don't want to put my tournament life on what order I put my Ranger cards back in.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. Like,
Um,
I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to wish that on anyone playing such a deck like that for 9 rounds minimum. That's the minimum
yeah,
as well. But for this tournament, then, do you think like is there potential for it to do like a deep run or like potentially like take the whole thing home?
I give it the same odds as like what Dollstall had in LAIC, where like, well, actually, I don't. I actually changed my mind. Dollstall was actually pretty unexpected for LAIC, so it actually took the tournament by storm. But I think it'll get a day, like I'll get like a handful of day 2 berths, but I don't think it will win the tournament. I think the better players will be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm personally respecting it. I think my entire group is going to respect it. I know a lot of players out there who are also respecting it. So yeah.
Okay, right. I mean, I personally respect Wells. It's been getting so much hype on like Verbank and all that. So, if you were a player looking to respect Mill, Rahul, how would you sort of? What are your inclusions or exclusions if you want to, protect yourself from Mill, as it were?
Um, One of the easiest ways to do, I think, is to change playing regular catcher, or like custom catchers or great catcher, whatever, which is playing regular catchers, like a copy of regular catcher in your deck. Not one copy, sorry, like 3 or 4 copies of regular catcher. Because regular catcher just outright can get you a free prize here or there, and can just if you're playing like ADP Zacian, for example, if you hit 1 catcher heads out of your 4, that means you bring up their Zacian, which they need on board to draw cards. That's 3 prizes.
Yeah,
You do it again, that's a second Zacian. That's 3 prizes.
and that's
That's
it.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fion is an inclusion that I think is pretty good in these decks
Mm-hmm.
as well. If you're playing Mew 3 Malamar, which I think is already a 50-50 matchup with the Mill deck, you can just include a copy of Stinger or Baby Brown or both. Put yourself in a position that you can Stinger Baby Brown and the game in 2 turns. These Mill decks are not playing Crushing Hammers, or they don't have space for like energy disruption cards, but they have space for just deck Mill.
Yeah.
So you can play just decks that will allow you to build up your board of energy and kind of just get in there. A thing, I was testing the Marie package online, and I saw an ADP Zacian deck playing Cobalion GX, which really just, sucks for the deck. So Fion, regular catcher, Baby Blown, Stinger, Cobalion, there's like a bunch of cards you can do. There's just ways you can play. Playing heavier counts of Marnie also really sucks for the deck. Um, yeah, it's just the deck is a known quantity, and that means that people will tech these cards naturally.
Yeah, I think that's always when Mill tends to do its best, when it's just before it's on the radar, right? When it's super strong, a couple people know, and then it goes bang, big results, and all of a sudden everyone's like, "Whoop, there's Mill. Let's stop that now, shall we?" So you can see a couple making a day 2 run, but nothing too crazy, no.
Yeah, I don't think it'll win the tournament by far. Like I don't even think it'll like maybe one in top 8 is a stretch.
Okay. Right, well, there we go. That's not too bad considering it was a complete unknown deck just a few weeks ago to be potentially in the top 8. Love that. Right. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. Much appreciated. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I try and put out as much stuff here as I can. Full deck profiles plus games, topic conversational pieces regarding anything in the TCG. Check out my Twitter, check out my Facebook. That's where you get most of the updates, sort of see what's going on behind the scenes, all that good stuff. Also check out the SoundCloud for the full bi-weekly podcast. If you're interested, if you like the conversational pieces, go check that out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.